Hey Kidogo team, I'm Adara, and you're going to meet my partner for the Global Challenge, Ruhani, in about 30 to 40 seconds or so. But we wanted to welcome you to our deck and our recommendation called the Kidogo Scaling Master Plan. And Ruhani's going to introduce the approach that we took to this and the problem statement and all of that, but as you can tell, it's kind of related to scaling. So we first wanted to give you an introduction to ourselves. So I'm going to go first. Like I said, my name is Adara. I'm 17 years old and I do online high school, and this is my second year being at the Knowledge Society. So one of the biggest things that I'm passionate about is actually access to education. So growing up, I was passionate about a lot of different global problems. The two main ones being the environment, but also education. And prior to actually joining the TKS program, I was trying to think of how we can address access to education using virtual reality, essentially. So it was the whole idea of creating virtual reality schools for kids in remote and developing communities. So that was a really big focus of mine, and I've always been super passionate about that. So when I found out that we were doing the Kidogo Challenge, I was really stoked about it, basically. To actually get to work on this real world impactful thing with this company who's just doing really awesome stuff. I was so excited for this. And I'm going to move you on to meet my friend Ruhani.
Hi Kidogo, I'm Ruhani Walia. I'm a 17-year-old blockchain developer and cryptocurrency enthusiast. I'm also an innovator at the Knowledge Society, as you're probably aware by now. You've already met my partner, so I'll give you a little bit of an introduction to me. I've only been with TCAS for a couple of months now. I'm in the first year program, and man, has it changed how I think about things. It's shaped the way that I think about stuff, but also changed the approach I take when it comes to solving big problems like these ones and trying to impact billions. I really wanted to work on this challenge because I think that this cause is so honorable and equitable, and I really think that more companies like Kidogo need to have social good causes like this one, and it needs to be something that's more prevalent in the way that we do things. So thanks so much for letting us work on this problem with you guys. I hope you enjoy our recommendation deck. Hi again. Just before we let you get into our recommendation deck, we wanted to give you a quick welcome, and kind of a rundown of how our recommendation deck is structured. So we wanted to go even deeper than just making a deck. So we decided that for each of our recommendations and approaches that we took, we would create a Notion page. Each of those Notion pages or playbooks include an overview, case studies, and action plan with step-by-step details of exactly what you need to do in order to fulfill the recommendations we've given you. Happy reading!
So now that you know a little bit more about the approach that we took towards your problem statements and the Kidogo Scaling Master Plan, which is our big recommendation that has a bunch of sub-recommendations, I'm going to get into overviewing the first couple of recommendations, then Ruhani is going to do the rest of them. So all of your content that you'll see from us, so the playbooks and the recommendation deck, one-pagers, website, everything else, we'll break all these down much more, but I'm just going to give you a really quick overview so you understand what each of these are. The first part is probably the most brief part, but scaling strategies, just outlining the strategies for scaling in general. So the locations that we use geotargeting to optimize for as the first places you should probably go to when scaling to other countries in East Africa, all of these within Tanzania, Kenya still, Uganda, and Ethiopia. Our first actual recommendation is the Kidogo Management Platform, or we call that the KMP. Basically, we know that you wanted to create an app and you're kind of in the early stages of development and everything, but we thought that there should be a management platform for ECDs, and you can license this out as an additional revenue stream as well. Number two is community involvement and partnerships. So we believe that community involvement, and based off a bunch of case studies and research we did, is super important, especially when going to developing countries because it's a different culture there. I'm going to pass it on to Ruhani now to introduce the Stargo certification program.
Our third and final major recommendation for you is an ECD certification program, which we've called Stargo. The purpose of Stargo is to create a new revenue stream for Kidogo, and secondly, to get more exposure for the Kidogo brand. By being able to certify companies that might not want to become Kidogo franchised, the Stargo logo will still be out there, and Kidogo will get more exposure, which might lead to more scaling opportunities. Finally, having a certification program just raises the standards of ECDs in the region in general, and just gets the movement to progress even more. Well, that's it for our recommendation recaps for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy our deck, and we'll see you at the end.